KwaZulu-Natal Economic Development MEC Ravi Pillay and Transport MEC Bekintuli are leading a raid on businesses in the Pietermaritzburg area. The operation will check whether businesses have valid licenses and if they are COVID-19 compliant. The operation follows business inspections in Durban, which saw a total of 17 suspects arrested and fines totaling 13,000 rands being issued for various transgressions. Let's get more on this with our reporter Jade Lee Porser standing by for us in Pietermaritzburg. Very good afternoon to you, Jade. What are you seeing?
A very good afternoon to you and the viewers. Well, it's been a very busy morning. I'm just going to ask Ndabe Kumale on the camera there to show you. We are currently in one of the busiest streets here in Pietermaritzburg, and we've seen several people being arrested, mostly foreign nationals for not having the correct permits to being into the country, but also those outlets who are trading illegal. This morning we saw a woman coming out saying that she was trading liquor illegally, but it was only trying to make more income during COVID-19, as her business has not been doing that great. But several arrests have been made by police. Both MECs are on site as well, that being Ravi Pillay, the Economic Development MEC, as well as Bekintuli for Safety and Liaison. I'm just going to rope in the MEC for Economic Development. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Pillay. Just tell us about your oversight visit this morning. We've seen several arrests being made and also a lot of non-compliance from those trading.
Well, thank you and good afternoon to your listeners. Well, it's an integrated program, and that's why we have MEC Ntuli and his team. Myself, the mayor of Msunduzi, is here as well. We have the Liquor Authority, which is an entity under my department. We usually have Home Affairs. They are not here right now because of an issue. And we have the South African Police Services and the economic development from a licensing point of view. The primary focus really is to, I'm sure you've seen what really have been, can only be described as horrific hair salons in particular, where there's absolutely no social distancing, and when you go in there, there's nobody who's ready to take accountability. There's this phenomenon of an absentee manager with chairs being rented out. Each hairstylist, if I may call it that way, rents out a chair, and each stylist has the customer plus others around, and it's really packed with absolutely no regard for social distancing. So that's the primary purpose. Of course, liquor abuse has been identified as a key secondary factor in people relaxing and not observing basic discipline, because if we're going to beat COVID-19, it requires a conscious discipline by all of us, and liquor makes them let their guard down. So the control on liquor issues, the unlicensed traders, you were there when the lady was confessed basically that she was sorry, but that kind of circumstances where there's no proper control, the licensing framework provides for control, provides for inspections, and when it's unlicensed, all those controls fall away. So this is a provincial-wide program. Yesterday you observed us in the eThekwini, Durban. Today we are here, and we want to really spread this message that the enforcement will happen as it is happening. I don't think anybody wants to spend the Christmas or New Year period in jail, but that's what's happening to some of them. So we are making an appeal. It's a combination of enforcement and education, and that's the message we want to be spread. I'm sure my colleague MEC Ntuli might want to say something.
Yes, MEC Ntuli, just from my observation, I've also noticed that many of the larger retail outlets are also not sure of how much people can they accommodate in the particular businesses. Now, we saw this morning there was a business that had more people than expected, and you were explaining to the gentleman that you can't have 180 people. Why is there still businesses that are unsure of the capacity that they can fulfill?
Well, under normal circumstances, they would have 50% of the capacity of the outlet, whatever. But we realized that he actually was having more people. But what we observed as well, that as you get in, he should be having people that are lining people out, making sure that social distance is being kept. But at that that point, there was nothing like that was happening. And we could also find out the area where we are in now, there are a lot of illegal people in South Africa without papers. They're all foreigners all over the show. And as such, some of them have been arrested. We are here to support the MEC and the mayor to clean out the town, but to enforce the law. So I'm here to enforce the law as it is my line function. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, MEC. That was MEC for Economic Development in KwaZulu-Natal, Ravi Pillay, as well as Safety MEC there, Becky Ntuli. Just talking about the raid that happened this morning. As it stands now, police are still out in their numbers, just ensuring that the MECs as well as authorities as well as police, I'm going to step out a shot again so Ndabe can show you, that those who are trading without liquor licenses are brought to book, but also to ensure that the capacity in businesses are also adhered to, that call being called from President Cyril Ramaphosa to adhere to the regulations that are stipulated. And with that, it's back to you in the studio.
Hello. Lee Paulser giving us an update from Pietermaritzburg there.